When I was asked to speak about peace, I immediately thought of Isaiah 9:6. It's one of a number of Old Testament passages that foretells the birth of Jesus. Not surprisingly, it's a popular Christmas verse. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and he shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Almighty God, Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. This verse tells us 5 important things about Christ. First, there is the idea that he is wonderful. And when you think of who he is and all that he has done for us, we begin to get a glimpse of just how wonderful he is. But in addition to being wonderful, he's also our counselor. This includes the idea that he is our guide and our mentor. There's even the notion that he's our advocate. But beyond this, he's the mighty God. Amidst tumult and chaos, he stands supreme, sovereign, and above all. At the same time, he's our everlasting Father. Now we need to stop and consider this for a minute. The God who is the Lord of hosts and the great I Am, the God who is the Alpha and the Omega, the God who spoke the world into existence, is our Father. I find the relationship between these two, Jesus as the Almighty God and Jesus as our Father, enormously comforting. But as magnificent as these 4 descriptors are, it's this last one, Prince of Peace, that draws our attention this Christmas season. The word for peace used in this passage is shalom. It's a wonderfully rich word, kind of a Jewish hello, how are you doing? But shalom also embraces the idea of restoration and wholeness. And this is what Jesus promises us as the Prince of Peace. Once sinful and rebellious, our relationship with God has been restored because of his willing, perfect sacrifice. Through Christ, we have been made whole again. And now that we have peace with God, we can experience peace from God. John 16 says that even as the world convulses, even at 2 a.m., when uncertainties and worries gather and muster around us, we can have this peace. Importantly, this peace is not dependent on circumstances, but actually overrules circumstances, because this peace, like all good things, comes from above. Philippians 4 reminds us that this peace, at least from a worldly perspective, defies understanding. But as believers, we know something the world does not. We have Christ in us. We can have peace because God is there. John MacArthur says that Christians in difficult times should be the most stable, the most balanced, the most reasonable, and the most rational, because we have Christ in us. Now, not only did Jesus restore peace between God and us, and offer us peace that only he can provide, but he expects us to model and extend this peace to others. In Matthew 5, we're told that as children of God, we are to be peacemakers. This means that the words we use, the actions we take, even the thoughts we have, are to bring peace. I believe that being a peacemaker is one of the most important things we can do as Christ followers, because when we bring peace to others, we actually bring Christ himself, the greatest Christmas gift of all. As we celebrate Jesus' birth, let's remember what it means that he is the Prince of Peace.